Hello, everybody. This is Drake from the Clash Experience. And this week we have Katie, the big old RG nub. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Drake. Thank you for inviting me. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm pretty okay. Work's going well. Doing well in the
hmm
GT. Life is overall great.
How much are you in the GT right now?
I'm 25 and 3, so living the dream.
Wow, wow,
I'm gonna
nice.
make a big old attempt. I'm gonna become super sweaty for like 5 seconds and hopefully get top 50. If not,
hmm
that's still fine.
I mean, yeah, it really gets difficult, especially above the 20 wins, since most players are pretty much are gonna have a deliver a counter to you or are very experienced with the game. But
Yeah,
it's for an average player, it's pretty difficult. But if you know your deck very well, it should be not that difficult. But you should also consider that the matchups aren't always the greatest. Since sometimes you face the same players 2 or 3 times in a row with different matchups. So I don't know.
hmm
That's the one problem I've been having with these global tournaments. I haven't finished any in top 50, unfortunately. I got to 65th, which is my highest,
Ooh,
which was a while back. I was awful when global tournaments came out. So yeah, but I think it's
yeah,
also yeah. I think also the matchmaking should definitely be improved a lot more. Facing different opponents, not always the same. I know they not always can do that because it doesn't. You have to match up with the same players at the same level. The wins.
hmm
Um, and I think they of course they're trying their best, but not always possible to fix those issues.
For sure. Like it used to be, you just played like these 3K players up to like 70 wins or whatever. And you're just like,
hmm
nice. But now you're actually playing against more difficult players, which I can't confirm. Like once I got to 22, like it jumped from like low 5K to high 6K, high or low 6K. So like the skill
hmm
definitely improved.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely, yeah.
what other kind of like matchmaking could they do to fix it, other than just the obvious try not to match the same player?
Um, I think I don't really have too many ideas, but I might have one idea. Um, is that the once you get to a certain point in the once you get like above 20 wins, you should really only be facing at least like people who are way higher skill level than you. Because I sometimes still face people when I'm at 20 wins who are still at like I don't know 4,200, 4,300. So maybe they could increase the trophies overall, or the win percentage of. And also maybe actually I have one more thing is maybe because a lot of people use the same decks. A lot of this I see a lot of the same decks being used in the top like top 50, top 1,000, and it's very difficult to balance cards. Of course, Lava Clone is always going to be very strong this meta since a lot of
Giant Scale
cards.
is doing good.
Yeah, giants. I've seen that the one giant skeleton clone deck. Has been running rampant. I mean, Texas Warrior is one guess you had last week. Used a lot of that clone decks because clone is doing
hmm
very well right now. Since most people don't run poison, most people run fireball with the Royal Hogs, which are very good at right now as well. I mean, I think to be honest, this meta hasn't been really has been pretty diverse from last meta, because last meta was a lot of Royal Giants, mostly Royal, yeah, and Royal Giants and P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, the dreaded Royal Giant. Yeah,
Hmm.
I've been placing against a lot of Giant Skeleton on for the tournament at least, which has been
hmm
really interesting because it's not a card you exactly see all the time. Just to see randomly pop up like this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's Giant Skill is really, it's of course one of the a big push topper, especially if you include the clone in it. You can double clone and then double Giant Skill ball, just wipe out everything.
Yeah, their tower's just gone. But it's also super defensive, which I think is what this tournament's kind of about. Because I've seen a lot of more defensive decks, and not your like lava
hmm
clone decks.
Yeah, I
Like you have
mean,
your
yeah,
giant
this.
skeleton plus tornado or whatever.
Yeah, that definitely helps against lava. mean, Lava Clone. I mean, if you're using Giant Skeleton versus Lava Clone, you shouldn't really be too much trouble since you have a lot of the defensive capabilities. I've seen also the new Tauren deck, which is with the Goblin Cage. Goblin Cage is actually really, really strong right now. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I don't use the card, but I've seen it do well. But I don't think it's quite busted yet, but it does do a lot for 4.
I mean, yeah, it's especially after they did some buffs to it, like make the Goblin Bowl a lot stronger. It can a lot of cards, certain interactions as well. And it certainly helps with probably of course it's a new card, they want to buff it, but I also would like to see Fishermen also get into the meta, because I haven't seen almost any Fisherman decks.
He was like what, Hog Fisherman, and that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I've also seen this one guy, Con Carlone. He was using Giant Sparky with Fisherman in it with Hunter, and he's 20-1 with it currently in the global tournament.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, he's a very, very good player. But
better than
I think
me.
Yeah, well, well, that's
I got poked fun of myself sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I get. I'm a pretty good player. I'm probably definitely above average. Probably not professional level, but I'm like in the in between state. Between semi and professional. Because I myself I'm on the Tribe Academy squad. They've been doing great. Playing a lot of leagues and stuff. And we've also been talking a lot about how we can see how to improve certain cards. I don't know if they're ever gonna really do anything with the heal spell, because that card's pretty much been dead for like ever.
Yeah, heal spell's either overpowered or dead. It still just needs to get removed from the game.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying as well. Also, I talked to Clash with Ash about a bowler buff. Maybe it could knock back both the princes, but I don't know. Maybe that would be too strong. But I don't know. Maybe bowler hasn't really been that much in the meta at all, really.
Bowler sees play in random big decks and or graveyard, and while I wouldn't mind seeing like the princes getting a big nerf because they are really strong, I'm not sure if making bowler their counterpart is exactly what you need to do for the card to become worse.
Yeah.
I think Goblin Cage does that really well against princes. Is it tanks like the charge, and then it adds like this mini lumberjack sort of troop. Has a relatively high amount of HP, does some really good DPS, just takes that troop down. So
yeah, very true. Yeah, it's a rare card, so it's easier to level up than a for say a hunter or lumberjack. So it's definitely definitely a good card. So I've seen also the Reddit post. That's
the big old thing.
The big massive maybe possible buffs, possible nerfs. It's very interesting. I think we should talk about that a little bit.
Go over that.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
So Executioner rework, Fisherman, Zappies, Golem P.E.K.K.A, just a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. So let's start with the Executioner. So interesting. So damage increased a lot. I don't know what they mean by damage increased a lot, like area splash or damage per second, or I'm not
I
too
would
sure
assume per second, and not just area. I think increasing its DPS is fine. However, it's still like one-shot minions or one axe back and forward minions. So like, what interactions are you changing by giving extra damage? Just better against mini tanks?
Yeah, probably better against range tanks. I mean, range troops like Musketeer. Probably if the extra DPS, you can probably maybe instead of normally with the even level, it would take 3 Executioner throws. The double throw to kill a Musketeer. I think with the increased damage, maybe you could do possibly 2. But I think that would be maybe a little bit too much. Too much, maybe, because mainly Executioner is used in the Hog Xe NATO decks with Valkyrie. And also maybe that one balloon deck with that fast cycle balloon deck, a 3.0 cycle.
Yeah, just like cycle balloon decks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
Pretty much mostly.
My only thing with this executioner rework is it just becomes a lot like Hunter, except it still goes through troops.
Yeah.
But like, depending on like its range, HP reduction, and all that, it could just become like a 5 elixir hunter, which I'm not exactly a fan of. But then again, what is Hunter doing right now that
Yeah.
Hunter can't? It has the higher HP along with a long range, and it tanks for a long time. Like it stays there for a good second or
Yeah,
two.
definitely. So the next one, fisherman hits air troops. Now this one, the fisherman hitting air troops, that'll be pretty big. Like you
Yeah.
can pull a lot of stuff with that. I mean, you can like pull a balloon to the king tower, maybe pull a lava hound to the king tower, activating it. So that'll be very very interesting. It'll probably definitely put the fisherman on the radar since he did get a buff last balance changes to get survive a lightning, which is huge because most lava loon decks or even any lava deck use either fireball or lightning. So it would definitely buff have help against those decks. That's for sure.
Yeah. So like it could be a way to counter or not directly nerf the lava hand decks like people have been wanting for a little bit. My only thing is just like with Expo when it was able to hit air troops, it was dead. So is that going to do the same thing to Fisherman? Maybe. Maybe you just play more bats in your lava hound deck to get around that. What do you think about that?
Oh, looks back. Oh, why the hell? What the hell is going on? What was?
Okay.
What the hell was that? Already. What was that noise? That was super loud. Yo, Drake, you there?
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Time to
What
get
was?
the entire point cut out. I don't know. My
Yeah,
phone
definitely.
disconnected for some reason, and then it disconnected from the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that
Okay.
mine. Yeah, something happened, but.
Yeah, as Discord's being weird. And what was your last topic? I was talking about fishermen hitting air,
Fisherman, yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then maybe Lava Hound just play that. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready to start from there?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Okay. So, fisherman could just be like the Expo buff or nerf, whatever you want to call it, where it hits air. It could just be a nerf. Randomly hits minions, bats, and all these other things, and just starts doing nothing.
Yeah.
Also, would he just be able to hit air with his fish? Like, how would that work?
I mean, in the trailer they show the fish did hit the baby dragon and the minion, so it's possible he can throw his fish in the air, but I don't know if maybe that's I don't know. It's kind of a weird one because maybe his hook damage could I don't know if maybe his hook could do damage midair, like if he hits it, and then he slows it when he throws his fish in the air, and then he slows it down. I don't know. It's we haven't really seen it. I know it's probably gonna be interesting how they're gonna implement that versus all those swarm troops definitely.
So like Fisher
minion hordes and
yeah, like it definitely makes them more powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
What I'm thinking that they would do is that they would give his hook damage only against air troops, and then keep him with just a ground troop, so he could like pull things but still walk. but that just makes them so weak to like your minions of the world or whatever. But I think that's fine.
I mean, I think what I think is they maybe should make if they don't give the slow effect like the fish does, maybe we should do like an extra like a long pull so that they go back to regular speed before they they get pulled and then they go back to regular speed. Maybe we should.
Okay. It sounds reasonable.
Yeah, not.
Okay, so
Anyways,
next on the list,
maybe
I'll continue.
Zappies.
I was just going to say next on the list is Zappies, which would be, from the looks of it, better at splitting into faster first attack. From what I understand, the faster first attack is fine, but what could they mean by the better splitting? You there? Okay. Guess we'll wait again. Just let me know when you get back in.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
This is A+.
We're back again for a second. This Wi-Fi connection is A++.
Okay.
All right,
So I just got connected. Are we ready? Katie. Oh, this is going so well. It's unbelievable.
your voice is really laggy. Your voice is really laggy.
Yeah? Is it doing better? Or still bad?
Connected? Hello? Yes.
Okay. A+.
Great. 10 out of 10 connection games.
Yes. We're doing extremely. Okay. So, I was about to move us on to Zappies unless you had something else to say.
No, I'm good about the fisherman.
Okay. So, next on the list is Zappies Change. Better at splitting lanes and faster first attack.
Now, I don't know what do they specifically mean by better at splitting lanes? Do they mean like I'm not really too sure about that one.
Like, it could be that they're just better at spreading out upon being first played.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't just stay in this clump together.
Oh, yeah, so like faster. Okay, yeah. I see.
It's
So
like
maybe
faster dispersion.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Now the faster the faster first attack. Yeah, I like that because the current interaction now with the E-Wiz always hits faster than the Zappies itself. The first attack at least, but then the Zappies after that.
Okay.
Back in the meta since they are a fireball bait element. We definitely have a great addition to the Royal Hogs.
Yeah, they're Fireball Ace troop.
Definitely. So I don't think this change will be very major.
From my perspective,
interactions that
I personally like the Zappies as a card. However, feel that if they can just lock something in place, that's just too strong. So they can do it before where it has like, I don't know, a second move time before being locked down again. Then that's kind of okay. Like as they are now, but like slightly better is fine. But not to where they were, where they just keep locking something in place and nothing ever happens.
Yeah, it was
It was pretty bad.
the old Zappy just pretty much it was insane.
Yeah.
Well, it's also But I think it's Zappies definitely need to be reworked, buffed because they're pretty much a very dead card. I haven't seen any decks really.
Yeah, I see him in draft,
but
that's about it.
Well, yeah, that's draft. Like same like Reworks, you only use in the draft. So
yeah.
Also,
only consideration is it makes the Fireball bait deck super good when it's already kind of super good.
Yeah, I think we can.
So, I mean, I think it's fine. It just has another consideration for a card.
Mm-hmm.
So next up is Golem.
Ooh, Golem.
Big boy Golem getting a fat nerf.
Decreased def damage. Now, I agree that Golem does do a lot of def damage. I mean, I don't know how much the numbers are exactly, but it's like
level 9 is like 300 and something.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think also because Golem, it's. I think what Ash said as well. I don't know if I recall in one of his videos. He said that Golem should do most of the damage. The support troops should do most of the damage. So I think Golem should have what this says is more HP on the Golem itself, and then reduce the damage. So it's more of a tank, like more of a tank card than a have to get to the tower blow up card to get most of the damage. I think that's why I feel.
Yeah, like if you reduce the Golem's death damage, it becomes more of a giant, which I'm kind of okay with. Along with the fact that Golem decks, as right now, don't need to play big spells. No, you just play a Tornado or your Zap or whatever, and then you just have, I guess, a Golem, and I'll play like my Night Witch or Dark Prince or whatever behind it, and then you have to take 300 damage at least.
Definitely, because the Golem pretty much it already has like 6,000 HP at max level, plus the def damage, which is about like 500, 600, which is absolutely insane. Because it always it doesn't matter. It doesn't because with the new the P.E.K.K.A. buff / nerf, it has less HP, so it will die much faster against Golem decks. It will just absolutely pulverize your tower and then explode, and like a lot of HP is gone from your tower. So yeah, I think I definitely agree with this decreased def damage. With the change. I don't know how. Do you agree with it?
I'm always a fan of Golem getting a nerf. However, I still want it to be a viable card. So I don't know percentages if it has to change. However, what I do know is that they shouldn't just be able to play a no-spell deck or a Tornado no-spell deck. And then rely on playing Golem to get the final damage done.
Yeah, there's this one Golem deck has been strong for a couple seasons now. It's the one with the E-Tribe, Dark Prince, that one, no big spell, just a native Barbarrow. That deck is just ridiculous. You can beat so many matchups with that deck. The only matchup that's really difficult is the Inferno Tower ones with the bait, but the Inferno Tower is not really used anymore since after the nerf. And most people
it's only being used in. Go ahead.
Well, actually, the Inferno Dragon has been more use rate than the Inferno Tower right now. I don't know if I'm correct, but I've been seeing a lot more Inferno Dragons than Inferno Towers.
I would assume you're right, because Inferno Tower sees play in Minor Cycle and Bait, whereas Inferno Dragon sees play in Bait and other decks.
Yep.
Like a Lava Miner, which I haven't seen in a hot second.
My Lava Hound is in a weird position right now because since the Magic Archer as well got a buff, it does a lot of damage. It's actually been implemented in so many decks. The Magic Archer now, it's great to be back in the meta, of course. He's in bridge spam decks. He's in Royal Hog decks. Other decks I've seen him with. He's doing very, very well, which is happy to see that.
Yeah, it's also good to see a card that was bad become useful again. Like you can, so Supercell sometimes does their job correctly, which feels great. Like we can't just hammer them all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you have some controversial balance changes, like the bar barrel one shotting. The first bar barrel, the bar barrel sucked before. Then they buffed 3 times, and they got too overpowered, and they nerfed 3 times. It's hard for the balancing team for sure to find the right
Yeah,
balance. So we don't
like
gotta
yeah,
give you don't gotta give too much hate on the Supercell team.
yeah. Something I would wish that, like, you see the more dramatic changes, like with the bar barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see more dramatic changes, just at a smaller or larger scale, kind of. But then for like the bomber or the bomb tower or these other lower use cards, to see them in mild use or mid use at least.
I mean, those decks are probably never. Those cards are probably never going to be played in competitive play. I don't know. Maybe the bomb tower, maybe one day, but the bomber, I probably will never see in competitive play. Yeah, I
Yeah, like
think.
I doubt.
Well,
Go for it.
maybe. I think bomber. I've only really seen in the mid 5,000s, max 6,000s. Above that, you don't really see any bomber players. Because bomber is
Mhm.
not really. I mean, bomber it's good for specific decks. It's a good card in general, but it's not really that
It's
overpowered.
not great at anything.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
not
like
great at anything
it's.
with beating Splat. Or
hmm I mean, you have better
um,
splash options like
at
Baby
4.
Dragon. Baby Dragon, you have a way better, or maybe even a range like a Musketeer or a
Mhm.
Wizard. A Wizard. I mean, Wizard has been seeing a rise. I've actually been seeing a lot more Wizards lately. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, like you see John. I've seen a P.E.K.K.A. Wizard deck going around for a little bit, which has been fairly unique.
hmm
But speaking of P.E.K.K.A., we have our next card that is thinking about nerfing the P.E.K.K.A. already for the use rates.
Yeah, P.E.K.K.A. has been in the meta for like forever now. Like, especially it's been in
Mhm.
the meta for about I don't know 1.5 years, something like that. And now that they call it a nerf, which is I don't know, it's absolutely baloney. It's not really a nerf. It's more of definitely. I mean, against Golem, it's definitely a nerf, but against other decks like Hog Rider, it's much easier
It's
to
a
kill
big
against
buff.
P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, it's definitely a big buff. I mean, the extra range is now absolutely insane. I mean, you can hit like
Mhm.
a troop from across the river.
Yeah,
It's like stunning road troop.
it matches Prince now,
Yeah, it's pretty much
which is
it's pretty
just
much yeah, it's
insane.
insane. Yeah, definitely.
What I would like to see from them, if they're going to keep the long range at least, is just make the sword bigger. So you have a general idea of
Yeah,
like this is where P.E.K.K.A. is going to hit. Like Prince is like this gigantic stick. Just like
and
you know where Prince is going to hit you.
that's true. That's true. I mean, now that the prince has a longer lance but a shorter range, and the Peck has a small sword and a big range.
Yeah,
So
it's just like
it's weird. Yes, it looks weird.
yeah, it's like a Night Witch. Like Night Witch is this
Yeah,
big old stick, and just like I guess I
yeah.
like hit one tile ahead of me or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Definitely.
otherwise, it's looking like a small health nerf, or decreasing the range to medium. How do
So
you feel
like
about these?
Um, I don't know. I think maybe I like the small HP nerf. I don't think she needs another HP nerf. I mean, she already been nerfed. I don't know, 9%, 10%, something like that. It's a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm.
It's like three or 400 HP of tournament standard. I like the range decrease. I mean, she shouldn't be able to hit a troop from the other side of the river. That's a bit insane for me. I like she should be at the same range as a prince, which is a medium troop now as well. The range at least. She should be. Yeah, I think that's good. I like it at least.
Yeah, like I think P.E.K.K.A.'s fine as she is now, just
hmm
because that she's very easily defeated in combat. Like whenever like you have these swarm troops, or you have like a mini tank plus support troops to deal with P.E.K.K.A.,
Yeah.
which I think is reasonable. And I don't think adding like another 3 to 5% health nerf is really what you want to be for like this. Like you play P.E.K.K.A. as like this giant tank that's gonna defeat a bunch of troops. He's just gonna go down the lane.
I mean,
Like
he's
just are you
gonna,
gonna make it less tanky?
and he's also
It
seven
doesn't.
elixir. She's also 7 elixir. It's not like
Yeah,
it's really expensive
it's not like
for.
guerrilla recruits.
Yeah, it's. I mean, road recruits they have a shield as well, but that's the only way you can play them is a 4-2 split, a 3 or a 3-3. So it's not really
Yeah,
much
which is
you can
not
do with
great.
them. No.
So otherwise, the thing about a furnace change, which I'm a big fan of, furnace does so much.
I'm not. I mean, as a Royal Giant player, Royal Giant really hasn't a strong at all this meta. It's pretty much gone. I mean, I haven't seen any Royal Giant. I've tried my old Royal Giant deck. It struggles against really P.E.K.K.A decks, against bait decks especially. Bait decks are probably one of the hardest counters now to Royal Giant since the Bar Barrel doesn't even kill any princesses, Dark Goblins, or Rashko Girls. So it's really annoying.
So I should play Log.
I mean, log isn't really. The problem with log is it doesn't distract the. I mean, you can put a bar barrel in front to soak a hit of something like a P.E.K.K.A, or a log just pushes it back, and it's gonna come back and hit the Royal Giant full speed again.
Also, if you're talking about the bait matchup as Royal Giant, if they go for like Knight plus Barrel, you're just like, well, your push is shut down for 2 elixir.
Yeah.
So I think that like the barbell nerf was kind of deserved, but not at that level. Furnace though sees playing Royal Giant and maybe like another random off meta deck.
Yeah, that's true.
Where else does he play?
I mean, I've seen Furnace. Yeah, only played in either Royal Giant decks. I mean, I've seen even played in Royal Hog decks, but that was a long time ago. Now it's only like really barbarians that go with the Royal Hogs because they are much better to killer.
You also have much better options now. Like you have Magic Archer, you have Zappies, so you have better options than just Furnace.
I mean, Furnace is more of a free to play friendly card. So if you don't have the Magic Archer leveled up, or you could use the Furnace for an extra Fireball bait element. So, but it's a. I mean, it hurts to say this, but maybe Furnace does have to die. But the problem is the Furnace. If you have a poison, you perfectly time the poison, it will counter the whole Furnace completely. So I don't know. It's because it says in the Reddit post that the health reduction to the Furnace is a poison buff, but the poison already hard counters the whole Furnace. So I don't really understand, because then Fireball would also one shot it if it gets a health health reduction, which is, I mean, it's a 4/4 trade, but you don't really get any value.
Plus tower damage.
Yeah, plus I guess so. Yeah.
What I would say is that the card itself just generates so much value. Like it generates like easily 10 elixir value if it just lets go. It's like the collector in a way.
Yeah, collector. I mean, yeah, you can also the fire spirits. Yeah, they do. If you do let it go, it does like over time does so much damage. Because the fire spirits at max level, I believe, does like 280 damage for one fire spirit to reach the tower.
It's insane.
Yeah, I think a good. Also, maybe they could rework, make less fire spirits spawn like at the same rate as over time, like the same rate as a barbarian hunt. Because the barbarian hunt spawns barbarians. I don't know how many. I think once every 10 seconds. I think.
I'll double check. I think it's like 15.
15 seconds. Okay.
But what I would say is, give it one, like keep the health the same, but get one less wave, so decrease its overall time on the field.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like I think that could be reasonable. But or maybe just a slight reduction for fire spirit attack or DPS or whatever.
So slight damage reduction to fire spirits itself. So they will still one shot like goblins and stuff, but they won't do as much damage to the tower.
Yeah, so keep it to where all interactions remain the same, but it just does a little bit less damage, is what could be seen.
I mean, I'm okay. Well, it's just hearing these changes. I'm actually fine with it, having a little bit less damage, like maybe like I don't know, like a 10%
1 or
damage
2%
reduction. Yeah, 1 or 2%. I don't think won't change that much. Maybe like 4 or 5%. I think would be.
I would have to check the math, but like just keep all interactions the same, but just change the damage a little bit.
Well, we'll probably have to do some math on it, because it's very very specific how much damage they do to one shot the specific troops.
Sure.
Yeah. But, all right. So
the next post for it is Clan Wars.
Ooh. Clan Wars. Now I haven't really, the problem with Clan Wars is it's mostly the code due to overlevel cards. I mean, I'm a max 13. I don't have all max cards, but I mostly have all cards level 12. level 13. You know, it's really sad facing a level 8 in Clan Wars. As a level 12 with having all the max war cards. Yeah, they should definitely fix that. That's for sure. Like, you should probably fix level.
What I would say is, why is your level 8 in a legendary clan?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe they should make specific like what should we call it? Like heights, so restrictions. Yeah, exactly. So if you're like a level 9 or a level 8, you can't play in certain like legendary clan wars, but you can play in like gold or silver.
I would say silver. Like having like 1 or 2 is reasonable. Like as a if you're level 8 playing level 10, that's fine. You can kind of deal with that. Like against level 11, it's just getting really rough.
Yeah, and especially
if you don't have a lot of high level cards.
Yeah, definitely. You have like level 8, level 7 cards. You know, facing those level 11, level 10, level 11 cards, they definitely dominate those low level cards. Yeah, I think that'll be a great idea to certain levels.
Yeah, like I don't want to restrict like players from going wherever they want. Like that's not what should be. That's not the point of clans. Like you go to join a clan, request, have a good time. But there shouldn't just be, I'm a level 8, 9, or whatever in legendary clan. I get a guaranteed loss. I'm basically useless.
Yeah, I'm basically only here for the free gold we will get out of the war pouch.
They don't even get it because they don't participate. Or I guess they do.
Yeah,
if not if they implement the idea.
Yeah, true.
But something that would be better, I think, is if they offered a restriction or an incentive, I would say, to join a lower level clan. So, like, if you're level 8 or 9, you join a copper clan. And since you're on that base, you get a little bit of incentive. Here's your extra 1,000 gold, or here's your extra token from the chest.
Yeah, that could be a good way to support those players, get like extra rewards, and maybe if they do end up deciding going into the higher leagues, they do get like extra rewards for being a lower level player. It could help them level up definitely. I mean, that could help the players that are stuck at maybe like stuck at jungle arena, maybe can't seem to win any wars, or maybe make a separate section where they can practice with the same level cards as their opponents, maybe to get a feel for if they maybe one day do get there. Yeah.
Okay, so like so they make a new thing for war. It's this brand new thing, only level 9 or under or something.
Yeah.
So it allows like the people just joining to just play the game.
Exactly. Just to get a feel for war.
Yeah, so they can start realizing, hey, I need to start doing these things. I need to talk to my clanmates. We can do this and make this great deck. Instead of, well, I'm like this level 7 who kind of plays the game. I guess I'll do this. Otherwise, other changes for Clan Wars?
I don't really. I don't think so. Maybe like because all the clans are like the top clans are like pretty much impossible to ever overtake. You're never gonna get number 1 or whatever. Maybe they have like special seasons where you get reset every month or every 2 or 3 months. They get like a special gem prize, like Clash of Clans, as that.
That sounds great.
That's not
really. For me, it's just game modes. The game modes really suck. Like with what was it, the football game mode?
Touchdown. Yeah, touchdown.
Like touchdown was seen like twice. Like it was a good game mode. However, it was super hyped, and it was seen twice. If they're going to make a hype game mode like that and it's seen twice, what is it doing? It should be in these clan wars. Or it should be seen more often.
I mean, it's not even in the clan games anymore.
No, it's not. But like, I think they should do. They should have a set weekly rotation for clan war game modes. so that you get to see these game modes that you don't see as often, like 2v2 draft or 2v2 times 3 or something. So you just
Or
keep seeing these new game modes.
or
Yeah,
like
like you keep.
or like the new wall breaker challenge, the 2v2 double elixir, or no, the 2v2 wall breaker challenge, because now it's only in 1v1. So it'd be interesting to see that in 2v2. You know, we'll see.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would just be bonkers. But yeah, just like keep Clan Wars interesting, keep it new and fun. Like we had it for a while, it just kind of gets boring after a bit. Like you're just like, oh,
the also the one with the where you get the select decks. I mean, those decks have been. I mean, those decks have been there forever. Some decks don't even not even as good anymore. You know, like they should probably update the decks probably after a month. Like after every balance, they should look at what the best decks are and then replace those old decks with the new good decks. So everybody can try out that deck.
Yeah, like try out the new decks. Well, for this balance changes, they did change them, which I like. Like you see Fireball bait, you see P.E.K.K.A. with the new changes.
But I do still see the one deck, the Hog EQ Valve deck. It's still there. I mean,
it's busted.
It's it's
that deck is busted.
Especially now with the new version, which with the mortar. And also I've seen the Mortar Minor Poison with Valkyrie. That deck is also absolutely broken. Insane how strong it is.
So, last thing is Season 3.
Ooh, Season 3.
It says plans to improve the free track for free-to-play players. I'm a big fan. It means getting more stuff, and you throw them a bone. It also says legendary chest will likely return to 35 for more strikes. Yes, they made a big mistake by putting it level or 8.
Yeah, that's. I mean, now you only the first legendary chest get like 3 strikes. So you probably won't get your legendary you want. It's pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie, but also I think they should definitely improve the pay aspect, because it's only 35 tiers. 35 tiers isn't that many. Someone can complete it in one day and like it's already done. There's nothing after when you're done with 35 tiers. Well, see you next season. Hallelujah, you're not gonna get anything new. It's kind of it's kind of ridiculous because someone could be grinding all day. For of course they could be insane. Like they grind like 12 hours a day just to get the new skins and stuff. I like the tower skins. They're definitely a cool addition to the game, but I think they should definitely add more tiers. That's for sure. Just to keep the game nice and fresh.
Sure. I do like it's only $5. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, true.
What I don't like is, if you play the game somewhat often, like you play a few games a day, you get done with it like halfway through the season. You just have nothing left to do.
Exactly.
You don't have much to look forward for other than challenges or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely.
Just adding.
Yeah. I think there's
just adding like these extra tiers.
Yeah, or
just
extra reward. Extra reward at the end, so you get like an extra amount of gold, or maybe you get like gem rush, gold rush, something like that, something extra.
Or wait, you mean the gem rush that they would never give us?
Yeah, well, we don't know. I wish they would give gem rush, but Supercell's always greedy with the gems. I mean, 250 gems isn't that much. But they always do.
It's 2 GCs.
Yeah, it's like 2 GCs, 5 CCs, or 20 or of CCs. Like I don't really play CCs that much because they're not really, because there's not every
skilled player like you needs to do GCs.
Yeah, exactly. But I think also the player pool in the GCs is it's really really small. I mean, sometimes I search for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes just to find a single GC match. It's insane. Because not many free to play players. Yeah, challenge. Yeah. Well, I think as you definitely also because not a lot of free to play players are going to be playing grand challenges. They're 100 gems, of course, but maybe they could add what Ash also said, the tokens. To enter a grand
tickets
for free. Yeah, the tickets. Yeah, that could be an interesting one. It could definitely help a lot of people improve. Because GCs are played by a lot of very, very good players, like myself. No, I'm off
Oh,
that, but no, I'm not gonna like shame on everybody else who's like way better than me. But
yeah,
it'll be not. Yeah, that's insane. Like,
yeah. I would like to do GCs as well, but I'm just kind of like saving my gems. It's
mm-hmm.
like I can do like 12 GCs right now, but kind of what's the point?
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
run out
like,
after 12 GCs.
and then you have to save up another like 4 or 5 weeks for just one GC. And
Yeah,
you
so
also
it's not great.
you're not always gonna get 12 wins every single time unless you're a
Wait,
freaking
what?
god. No, yes, I'm sorry.
I don't always get 12 wins. No,
Nah,
but
be highly optimistic here. You're really never gonna get every single
hey, me and
unless
my 26 wins say otherwise.
uh, well, that's not GCs are not really. Or not even the best players don't really get always 12 in GCs.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly also a game of matchmaking, which is almost never in your favor. But you have to deal with it and try and do your best in grand challenges because they are a
For
lot of
sure.
fun, but they are very grindy, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, are there any other changes you'd like to see?
Not really. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next balance changes. They're probably gonna do something with the bar barrel again to bring it back because it's dead. They killed the
It's
card
pretty
again.
dead.
The superstar is known for killing cards and buffing them too much. It's nothing they can do
Yeah.
about it. But maybe
I'll be waiting for.
maybe Seth one day will realize that bar barrel doesn't have to be a dead card.
No, sometimes. I'm just waiting for Expo to get nerfed. That card is
Dude,
broken.
Dude, Expo 2.9 is probably the strongest it's ever been in the meta for like ever.
Oh yeah, I played against it like 6 times in the GT. Just like, well, I guess I'll try 3 of these. I mean, like, what else am I supposed to do? Like,
Yeah, I
it's
mean they
just
can
super defensive.
they can stack like 4 or 5, like 2 or 3 Teslas on one defense. It's like insane. It's like you're never gonna break through, especially if you're running like a Hog Rider deck. Yeah, you pretty much throw the white flag out there. You're pretty much never gonna break
No, no,
through.
you're playing the Hog Earthquake. You have matchup.
I mean, I'm playing the Hog Rider Rocket one. So
No,
it's
disgusting.
the one with the princess.
Shame
But
on you.
yeah,
Oh,
because
the
Royal
one with the
Giant.
mini pack and all that.
Yeah, the one with Pekka
Yeah,
bats. That deck. But since Royal Giant's dead, so I can't really use that. So I'm gonna have
yeah.
to throw out the trash can. Use more dirty decks to fill myself with hatred and hopefully one
Sign
day
off
we'll
for
see.
there.
Hopefully one
Yeah.
day we'll see a Royal Giant back again.
Well, I think that's about it.
Well, thank you for having me, Drake. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great podcast.
Yeah, it has been. You have a good rest of your day, Katie, and I hope everybody listening has a great day as well.
Yeah, definitely.
See you next time.
Peace.